Hello, my good people, and welcome. I hope you're doing great. And as usual, this is CodeStar Technologies. And in this channel, we normally talk matters to do with technologies. And also, we have got an e-learning platform called CodeStar Technologies, where we normally train you or we offer courses that are based on the latest technology in this field of IT. Things like data science and machine learning. You normally hear about graphic designs, things to software developments like web development. We have got mobile apps, embedded systems. Those are some of the skills, soft skills that are needed out there by the employers, but you'll realize that when you're in college or universities, you'll never cover these kind of skills. And in our today's session, I would like to take you through the coreldraw. I wanted to make the session go online, to be an online session, but I realized I have some errors, so I had to delete I had to choose to go offline method, to choose the offline way. So basically, in this case, I would like to say that CorelDRAW is a graphic software. It's a software that is used to create things like banners, flyers, and so forth. And especially if you're in the field of marketing and so forth, you realize that these are very, very important software. So generally, because of the software that is the CorelDRAW, because I'm using CorelDRAW X7, I was using in trial version, but it expired, so it has 0 dates. I would not be able to save the documents. That's why I chose to do this session on offline, so that I can first of all crack the software and move ahead. I'll show you how you can crack the software. I think I've done a video that I talked about where you can download these kind of softwares. Generally, what it was, which session? I think something to do with either this one, if not this, either the video to do with something to do with either of these ones. You can check. And maybe in case you have any problems, you can get to get into PC. That is where we normally get them. But I don't have internet. That's why I'm just typing it for the sake of just for you to know where you normally get it. I get into PC, and you download from there. You can get any kind of software that you're looking for with a cracker. This is where I normally download my software that maybe that have cracker. So this is it, as you can see. You download it as a zipped software. This is it, and I unzipped, and I got this one. Then you install this one, the I get into PC, these blah blah applications, and now this is the cracker. And when you want to crack your software, first of all, you need to make sure your internet is off, and again also when even you're using the software after cracking, it's good to make sure you are offline, because still you're going to have the same challenges. That is what I found. Maybe if there is someone who has experienced a different experience, maybe you can let us know in the comment. So generally, you have to make sure you are not connected to internet, and again you turn off your antivirus so that you can crack your software. So once you have that, now open this folder and open this cracker. This is the key generator, and choose the kind of version that you're using. My case is graphics suite X7. So you copy this key and you open the CorelDRAW, then copy the key on the same stuff. This is CorelDRAW. So as I said, CorelDRAW is a graphic software, and you can use it to create banners, flyers, and so forth. So let's continue cracking the software. So generally, you need to click already have purchased the serial key, serial number. Then you paste the one that we copied from here, there. Then you activate offline. And then in this case, now when you click activate offline, you'll copy this stuff. You can see these ones. Think. Now you will have to copy them here. Installation code. They are called installation code. So you have to copy them there. Here, installation copy. Here. Let me do it just manually. X7. We have got X7HU GN. Let me do it GN35, TT77. Then we have got 6XJJ. Lastly, we have got SMXW. And I think it's correct. Now I can generate activation code, and that is the activation code. Then you copy it and you enter the activation code here, and now boom, you can save, or you just close. It's not a matter, it's not a must. Then you close, and your software is cracked right now. So let me close this one, and it's going to show like a normal software. So now there is no problem. So I think on the installation case, you just need to get into PC, look for CorelDraw X7, something like that, or whichever version that you need. Then download. Once you download, it's going to come up as a zipped file. You need to unzip, and once you unzip, you will get this one, and then install. After installation, you can use it for 30 days. Then after that, you cannot continue using it. You have to crack. So it comes bundled with the cracker. This is the cracker, and I think now you've got the clear guidelines on how you can crack the software. So in this case, now we have cracked our softwares. Let's get to our today's agenda or topic. And as I told you, I would like to take you through CorelDraw so that you can get to understand how to make use of CorelDraw. So CorelDraw generally is a graphic software, like the same way we normally have Photoshop. So you can say also classify page maker, something else to do with what we refer to as page maker. We have got Illustrator and so forth. All those kind of softwares I normally classify to them as graphic softwares. Now we normally use them to create things like banners, calendars, flyers, and so forth. You can design a lot of stuffs, marketing stuff that we normally use, roll up banners and so forth. So that is how the CorelDraw is used, and it's not an open source, so you have to buy it. That's why you can see we are cracking the software, because I cannot afford to buy the software. So basically, it's not like any other. It's very rare to get a graphic software that is an open source, but I think there are some which are out there. So CorelDraw is not an open source software. Other thing that you need to know is that when you learn CorelDraw, you realize that with Photoshop it's going to be easy, though it's kind of almost all the things are the same. But I like Corel more compared to Photoshop. But I normally get some guys who are good in Photoshop, but I didn't get that that motivation to learn much about Photoshop. But I've got some knowledge about it. The first time to learn CorelDraw, it was back in 2012 somewhere there. I didn't go for a class. I was actually a packages tutor, and I had this student who I was training QuickBooks, and he happened to go through the menu and he came across the CorelDraw. Then he opened, he started using it. Then I got interested and I asked him to show me some few stuff. And because I had knowledge to do with the publisher, so the next thing I wanted to know much better is drawings. So in CorelDraw, generally the best important thing that you learn, and I can say it's most important, is just how to draw with CorelDraw. Just that. When you learn how to draw, you realize everything is very fast, easy, and CorelDraw is one of the best. So the topics, as I've done the introduction, now you know the CorelDraw, you know some other softwares that are related to CorelDraw, where you can download, how you can install, how you can crack. Those are some of the topics that I had listed. Then what you need to become a graphic designer is another thing that I wanted to talk about. And in this case, maybe you might be shocked because you need I can say it's a tape measure, something like that. So this one is used to measure in case maybe you need a billboard, sticker, maybe the ones that you normally use in on the street lights. Sometimes you can design stickers that you normally wanga zinapangwa kwa barabara hivi, unaweka sticker, something like that, or maybe banners za ukuta, something like that, marketing banners, stickers, and so forth. Billboards, obviously lazima utahitaji that kind of knowledge so that you can take measurements. So you need this kind of stuff. And welding is not a must, because utaenda pale tu wapeleke measurements and they will design a frame for you. So in case maybe you might need something that is going to be mounted somewhere, you need those kind of measurements to do that. The other thing, if you want to start a big business, obvious you'll need the plotters, but in this case maybe you're out there in university or college, you'll have to practice to design calendars, wedding cards and so forth, and take them to the guys who are normally print. But in case maybe you might need to know the prices, I have googled this kind of stuff. As you can see here, we have got some plotters here. Plotters are the special printers that you can use to print this kind of stuff, like billboards, banners and so forth. And these are presser machine. I think, I don't know whether there is another place. Yeah, the second one, not the first. The one is the process. This one is the one we usually use to print things like t-shirts and so forth. So also there are Epson printers that you can use to print like CD, in case maybe, or maybe the ID cards and so forth, the plastic ID. So you can check them on the YouTube. You get to learn more, or internet you can get to learn more. As you can see in Jumia, we have got this one, and the price depends on the size, something like that. And as you can see here, the bigger the size, also if the size is bigger, it means you can print a very large amount of big size, that is the width is going to be larger. So that is it. So these are some of the ones that you can see. You can check on the Jumia. You can see there is 59, there is 40 something, there is 80 something. I would say something to do with 120 can be better for you, because that will not limit you to do some kind of stuff. Then here there are some samples of business cards that I just googled for the sake of just to take you through, so that you can get to learn much about it. We will do some stuff to do it. So let's get back. Now you know some of the requirements that you need is the tape measure, and you can need maybe a computer for the sake of just designing. And the last thing you need is the printer to print. And now you can go to the field and mount those stuff on the, if it is a billboard, or maybe something to do with a signboard, or maybe whichever street lights. If you're doing those kind of marketing stuff, you can do that. Now that is it. Let's get back, and the next topic, after knowing the introduction of CorelDRAW, where you can download, how you can install the resources that you need, the next thing is how you can set up your page. Once you take your measurement, you can press Ctrl N for new, or else you can click on this stuff here. So you have to write your like if it is a business card, I can say BC, and in this case you can see there are predefined measurements here, like A4, B5 and so forth. If I can check like A4, you'll have to specify whether it's landscape or portrait. I think you can see the difference between these two. Is it portrait, is it landscape? And again, the other thing, in case maybe you're using measurements which are totally different, like inches, meters, centimeters, yards, miles, centimeters, meters, kilometers, as you can see they are here. So it depends on the measurements, how you took them. So you can just enter the measurements directly. So I guess most of you know how to use this stuff. So basically you just need to enter them manually here, the height and the width, because generally that is it's what it is. Now in this case, let's just choose A4, and it's going to be landscape. These others, it's not a must. You can skip that one for now, then click OK, and automatically you can open so many documents at the same time. As you can see, there is this start screen, and this one I can close. I can add a new one and design as many as I want. So that is it. So the next thing, after setting up your page, you can also adjust the pages here. There is no problem. You can do the adjustment here from here. So the next thing that you need to do is what we refer to as the background color. In case maybe you might need background color, you have to click on the layout, page background, and in this case you can pick like a solid color, and I can say maybe I might need a color like this one, and I click OK, and generally, as you can see, it's showing on the printable area. So anything which is out of this borders, as you can see, the blue color, it is not printed. So this is the printable area, but you can design whatever you want to design from here. Now the other thing that you need to know is that to zoom, like if you want to see a specific detail within the document that you're designing, or something like that, you have to either roll the mouse up and down, so it's going to you can be able to see very well whatever you want. Also, that's how you normally zoom and unzoom, zoom in and zoom out. So there is this feature which is here. You can choose the best of whichever you want. Like if you say 100%, it's going to be like that. And this, you can see there is this horizontal scroll bar here, and there is a vertical scroll bar here, which you can use it in case maybe you want to view the design very well. Now let's jump in and start with the first thing, which is working with text. So let me undo this one. Working with text is the most important thing, and this thing, it's similar to in graphic design. Everything's kind of similar. So what we normally work with is layers, how you arrange layers. So that one you'll find it in Publisher, PageMaker. It's something that I've done it. I've been a trainer for almost all those years doing this kind of stuff. So generally is the same thing. So to write text, you use these text tools. These are the tools that you can see here on the left hand side. These are the toolbox that you need to use so that you can design your artwork or something like that. Yeah. So we will start with the text. In case maybe you might need to write text, you will have to click and write. For example, I can write code star. I can write in capital letters, code star technologies, something like that. And this one, you can make it the size you want. Like I can adjust like that, you can see, yeah. Or maybe you can stretch like that and downwards like that, using the nodes that you can see here. And there is one thing you need to know. If I double click inside, it's going to show the cursor. If I click outside, this is the select tool, pick tool, something like that. You need to pick another tool. You have to click this one and pick the tool. If you want to drop, you pick this one, and it's going to be like that. So there are these nodes here which you can stretch like that, either downwards if it's the center, something like that, or maybe, yeah, that is it. And in case maybe you might need to make it bold, you just click on bold. There is italic, there is underline here. You can see there are all those things that are provided here. So that is if you want to write a text like that one. So let me just make it bold. Now let's go to the next thing, which is in case you might need to drag. You can see there is this cross sign which is showing here. You just need to drag wherever you want to place it, and drag it to where you want to take it. So that is it. And in case maybe you might need to rotate, you just need to click again there, and it's going to have this kind of arrows which you can rotate. So this happens to all the shapes and everything that you get in this stuff. So let me undo, Control Z to undo. Maybe you're asking about colors. So the color, you just need to click the text, and there is a right click and click. When you click, it adds the inner color. When you right click, it adds the outer color. So like if I right click here, this one is going to, the outline color is going to be red. So the inside color, you just click, and the outline color, you just right click, and it's going to be something like that. I think that one you've understood very well, so there is no problem with that. Now, how do we have a background color? It's something like yeah. So that's now gets to the next thing with these shapes. Now you can start with the rectangle. So rectangle, you just draw it like that, yeah, something like that. And as you know that there is text, and now we have drawn the rectangle. So the rectangle, definitely it's on the front part. So like let me say this color, I'm going to make it red. Let me use red. And this rectangle of mine right now, it's colorless. So let me undo so that it can get better. So I want to make it something to do with yellow. As you can see, it has blocked our text. So what we do, we just need to right click the shape and go to the order and send it to back to be the back layer. And as you can see, that's what happens now when you do that. So you can pick another one, like draw a shape like here, and this one we can make it bluish, something like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. We can have a similar one. I can drag this one while holding the control. You can drag, and in case maybe you want to duplicate, while holding the control and the click, that is the left click button, you just right click, then you let them all go, so it is going to duplicate something like that. So utapata zimepimana, kila kitu imeenda vizuri. So you hold the control and drag and right click, and it's going to duplicate something like that. So this one I can make it something to do with that. Yes, and ngoja itakuwa sawa, internet itakuja, ngoja tu kwa patient. Okay, sorry for that. The other thing is, yeah, I think now you've understood how to work with the shapes, that is rectangle. But what about circles? Circles you just pick and you draw. And as you can see, if I move like that one, it's not going to be a perfect circle. So if I need perfect circle, I have to hold control. When you hold a control, it's going to give you a uniform circle which is well rounded. So you hold control to get a good circle. But if you don't do that, then you're going to draw an oval, something like that. To delete, you just select and press delete on the keyboard, and it's going to be deleted whatever you want to delete. So like for example, I can have a circle. Let me draw two circles here. Let me first of all zoom and draw a circle like that, and I will have to drag, right click, then I will have like color. I can put color on this one and this one, or maybe you can right click, can undo. Yeah, so these are some of the things that you can do, and that's how you create a circle. Maybe you are asking about how you write a paragraph. Let me jump into the paragraph, because it's another thing which is very important. Paragraph, you just use the text tool, but now what you just do, you draw a text box. Then you can write like courses. I think the text is very small, so you can just increase the font size to 36. Courses offered. I think offered is correct. And then this one I can make it that color and bold. Then maybe I might need to list. If I want to list, you just click this one, not this one, this one, and you start typing like think on this one. Yeah, like that. So I can say it's data. Sorry. Data science. And this one, maybe you are sure whether it's color red. You can use a different color. It's not a must for it to be red. You can use this one. Data science. And say Python programming. We can say something like web development, something like that. I think now you've understood, and you don't need to waste your time. As I told you, you can move this upwards like that, this way, and you can drag this one to where you want to place it. Yeah, somewhere like there, and you're good to go. So that's how you do some kind of stuff. There is this heading, you just click the text and start writing. But in case maybe you need a text box, you have to draw like that. So that's how we do it. Now, I think we are done with the text and shapes. Rectangle, we have the rectangle. The other shape that I would like to show you is maybe something to do with these polygons. And there is another thing that I forgot. There is this I can say what kuna kitu kako hapa ukiclick kanakuletea more tools. But it happens to all these ones. It gives you more tools when you click that kind of drop down then you go left corner. You see a lot of stuff that is related to that tool. So in this case, maybe let me choose this polygon, and polygon I'll draw like that. Maybe you need like 20 corners, something like that. You need to increase this one to whatever number that you feel like. Let me do 20, and now that's how it looks like. But maybe how do you make it look like a gear? You just need to kind of shape it. These nodes, you drop it one down, and the next one is going to be half. So how do you do that? You just need to select this tool. It's called shaping tool, and drop down like that. Think something like that, and I can put a color and outline color, something like that. So when you check it, I think now you understood how that one is done. You might be asking how it is done. So in case maybe you can write like offer, or let me say special offer, something like that. And these, in case maybe you want to center them, you just click center, and you're good to go. I can make them color white, and think now I can drag them to here. It makes sense, something like that. So you can group them. To group them, you just highlight, right click, then there is option to group. Where is group objects? Now that becomes one object, like the shape and the text, it becomes one thing. So if I click like that and drag, it's going to show as one stuff. So I think up to that point, when it comes to polygons, now you know how you can design polygons and so forth. The other thing is what? Let's jump in and draw a triangle. Triangle, you just need first of all a rectangle. So let me draw a rectangle like this one, and now you convert it to a triangle by using curves. Curves, you just using the same thing, shaping tool, right click here, convert to curve. There are so many ways you can do that, and when you do that, you double click here, it's going to show you a rectangle, and you can drag like that. So that's a triangle. I think it's very easy. You can repeat again, maybe pick a rectangle, draw a rectangle like that one. Then you can either start by right clicking, convert to curve, and then pick the shaping tool, or you can pick the shaping tool, right click here, and convert to curve, and then double click one of the corner that you want to do. If I need like this corner, it's going to be like that, and now I have my triangle, something like that. And now this one, you can mold it in different ways. Like for example, let me show you another way you can put it. Let me pick this one and take it to that corner, and still continue using my shaping tool. This one will do that, and the shaping tool, remember, is the one that kind of it does what we refer to as the, sorry, let me delete and show you. Let me pick another rectangle, draw it like that, something like that. And I might need to have this one to be like a curve. So just click there, right click, convert to curve, click this one, and you'll get this kind of stuff here. So select and extend like that. So it's going to be like that, and as you can see, that's how you make it. Think up to that point you've understood, unless you have a problem with it. Let me try again. Shaping tool, right click, convert to curve, you can double click also this one, click this one, and you can shape even this one like that. You see, it's going to have something like that. So that's how we normally shape those kind of stuff. case maybe you want to do some shaping. Shaping can be done in many ways. So I have now with shaping, now you might not need to have any problem. Like for example, if it's a map of Kenya, you can just do like that, shape, and then you start moving. If it is downwards, you double click. When you double click, it creates a node. And this one you can bring it like that, like that. This one you can see it's like that. I think hapa kuna Kisumu city, I don't know, but I think now you can see it coming as a Kenyan map. If I do it like that, then you continue carving. It will give you a Kenyan map, something very nice. I think, yeah, you know better than I do. I don't know which part goes where, whether it's like that or like what, but you can just put the map here. No, it's not perfect, but now you can understand how you can do the carvings and come up with the stuff. Now the other thing is you can have like circles like those ones. Let me duplicate this one like that, and there is a way you can pick the tool here. How do you call it? Let me skip that one. I'll show you. Let me start with the line. Line, you have to use we call it Bezier tool. We normally use Bezier tool. This one, Bezier. I think it's Bezier. You click, hold your control, and you draw a line like that, a straight line. It's going to give you a straight line, and this line you can curve it the way you want again, like this way. And now maybe assuming like this line you want to put some text here, like this text of ours. Can click the text fit to the path. That's this one, and you give it the path like that way. I think it's too bigger. Let me just compress it like what? Reduce the size of the text. Try to check whether it's going to become now like text fit to the path. Then you give it the path like this one. Yeah, something like that. And now you can remove your line. You just need to click the line and delete the line. And when you delete, your text is carved like the words that we normally have. And this one now you can create what we refer to as you drag, right click, then you can replicate by Control R. It's going to show something like that. And this one you can make them to have text which is kind of like how do you call them? If you're looking to design what we refer to as watermarks, you normally do them like that. So that is it. Now you know how to draw a line, and maybe assuming like for example, if I pick the line, draw a line like that way, a straight line, and I curve it. I'm going to curve the line, so I'm going to curve it like that. I think that can look like a leaf, and I drag this one, then right click, and now if you can see it looks like a one shape, but it is not. If I zoom very well here, you can see it's not connected. So to connect it, you have to highlight and use combine. There is option to join. Where is it? No, shapes. Sorry. Yeah, delete not, it is not. Right click, then I can say I think it's first of all you combine, it's been long, then you highlight this one, then you create a node, delete node, join two nodes. Yes, those ones are joined. Then opportunity here, you join the nodes, and now it's one thing, it looks like a leaf. Can rotate, can make this one as the center of rotation. You can see this one is the center of rotation, so you just need to set whatever you want it to be. Then I can rotate a little bit like that, and again like that. Then I right click, I have kind of a leaf thing. And now you can have another line like this way, and this line I can curve it the way I want. I think we normally see things like is it the UN or whatever we call it. Let me drag this one and duplicate, right click. Then this one you can use a blender tool. Blender. I think blender is somewhere here. Yes, blend tool. This one you just like that. Then blend tool. Sorry. Let me join this one first. Delete this one, then group this one as one thing. I want to have a number of leaves, so group object. Once I group, I can group. Then I can separate them a little bit to look more separated, something like that. Now it's going to look like that. Anyway, let me just leave it without wasting time. Now I can group this one. You right click, group, and then I can drag this one to somewhere here, straight line. And now I use the blender to kind of connect them to look like that and reduce the number to, yeah, they look like a leaf, something like that. Then this one I want to add them here on this line to look like a tree. So let me make this line green. Okay, this one you need to highlight. There is this option which is path properties, new path, and you give it a path like this one. And now this one you can click one of them to take it to there, and this one, the first one, take it to here. Something which is more understandable. I think that one is okay. Now you have a leaf, and you can duplicate it also like this to have something like that. I think that one is easy to understand. Now how you work with shapes, now you can easily understand. Now I think is it mesh tool or no? Let me first of all talk about having like two colors here. We normally have like, let me have blue, and I will use this interactive tool. There is interactive tool, it's this one. Then I'll draw downwards like that. As you can see, it has white, but I can change this white to another color of my choice. Like I can pick pink. Now you have got kind of two colors in a shape, something to do with that. So interactive tools it used to do kind of stuff like those ones. uh, the other thing that you need to know is what table. There is option to insert a table here. So table you normally use this one, table it's here. So draw a table like that, and now you can, don't know why it's not writing right now. Table, insert, select, delete, distribute. Let me delete this one and click on table, new table. You can specify the number of rows and columns. I'm going to have like 5, 3, 4, something like that, and that is it. So undo. This is the table. And you can start writing inside the table like that. And table you can click here and have borders. How do you insert borders? I think when you right click, it's going to kind of have borders. Borders, table, inside. I think it's inside. There is option with a big code inside, but I think it's visible now. You can see that is how you do a table. You can design a table. It's not a problem. Now you can draft your own. Apart from table, let me remove all this kind of stuff. Another thing that is very important, now you can do a table, you can do shapes, you can the skill of duplicating, like having this one, then have something like that, 20, let me have 20, and have do it like this. No, sorry, let me use the leaves that I had some leaves which are very nice. I'm trying to undo, so I don't know. Sorry, it's kind of, I'm trying, machine is hanging. Sorry for that, it has closed. Sorry. I wanted to have kind of flowers. Let's wait until it opens. Close this one because we have cracked the system. Sorry, the software. It's going to function. So you can download, install resources you need. Page setup. I think now you know. Text, how you write the text. Shapes, how you draw the shapes. We have got table. I've shown how you do a shape, and then drawings. Then the saving is very important, how you save your documents. But this is what I needed, this kind of a leaf. Now let me group it as one, and what I'm going to have is this will be the center of rotation. Then I will rotate it like that, then right click. Then if you write Control R, something like that, you're going to have something that looks like that. You can see I've drawn kind of a pattern that maybe it might seem something which is very hard to do it, but yeah, let me do with one. Sorry, and group. Then I will finish with the power clip and some stuff from the internet maybe you might need. So let me do with this one. This is the center of rotation. I'm going to have another one there. Then Control R, like that. Undo. I'm going to do just a little bit like that. Right click, like that. Right click, Control R to repeat the same sequence. I have a nice flower like that. Then this one I can expand it like that. Then let me reduce the color, reduce it like that. And use a different color like that. I've not duplicated. Shift, reduce. This time you just use Shift, then you drag inwards and right click to duplicate, give it a different color, and you can rotate it like something like that. A little bit like that. It's going to have a different pattern. Then you can do the same thing. You can reduce inwards, right click, give it a different color, then you can rotate it the same way, you see, and create a new pattern. You can see there is a pattern that I've created. So drawings have, I think now we are good to go with the drawings. Let me reduce the size and put it here. I wanted to have this shape there, the one that looks like that, only that shape. So that one you can have using, don't think whether it's mesh tool. No, it's not mesh tool. How do you call that tool? I can't remember it. Smart fill. Yes, it is a smart fill. I want this, only this shape here. So smart fill, you just click there and you click like that, and now I can drag only that portion like that and make use of it. See? So that is another way you can design a lot of stuff, like something like that. Yeah, something like that. You can create an amazing stuff from just let me make this can have something like that. You have a different pattern, and you'll wonder how this stuff was drawn. So that's how you can do it. So there is a fill. I think now you can understand how to use smart fill, how you can use there is this one is called transparency. Sometimes, like if I want to make this one to be transparent, I can draw something to do with that, and you will realize that there is kind of transparency. Sorry. I think now you can see the back image is more visible on this part. That's how you use the transparency tool. It's normally used to do that. So this is the transparency tool. Here we were using the text tool, table. I've shown you how to insert tables. And now the next thing is how you arrange them. The blender tool, I've shown you how to use the blender tool. I can't show you everything. Extrude, I can't show you how it is used. But I feel in case maybe you might need to crop something, you can crop. And in case maybe you might need to import like an image from here, like right click and copy image and paste it here. Then this image, I might just be interested in either the icons. I can use a circle, like I can have my own circle like that, and this circle is the one that I'm going to select as a particular portion, like that one. See, then I just only need the YouTube icon. So you just click this image, right click, there is option for power clip, and you click inside this circle and it's going to give you something that looks like that. So like if it's an image of a passport and so that you need to make it a rectangle, you have to just circular, you just need to draw a circle and place it on top, then right click the image, power clip, and click inside that one. So that's how you normally do. So that is how power clip it is done, and it's a nice tool, that a nice feature that you can use to do a lot of stuff. Then if there is crop, you can cut. There is a knife here in case maybe you might need to cut and so forth. So also there is removing the text background, something like that, and all that. There is a lot you can do. If you might need to remove background of a particular image, you can also do that one. Now let me just delete these ones and assume like this one I want them to be inside here, this one is going to be here, this one is going to be here. Now that is what is printed, the rest is not printed. Anything that is out of this border is not printed. So I'll do another video to show you how to remove background images and so forth. So let's assume we have last one, it's called Star Technologies. And make it color. I don't know whether this one is better, but you will perfect in your way. This goes with red, something like that. So this is something that I want to print. So if you want to print, you just need to click there, and there is option for print preview. You can see how it is going to look like when it's printed. That's how it's going to look like. So you can reduce these corners that you can see here. So basically you come here, reduce this text, you can reduce like that, like that. This one you can go like that. This one is a matter of just reducing the font here from 36 to, and put to, let's use 34. I think 34 is going to be better. Yeah, so 34, yeah, something like that. I think it's okay. This one you can reduce like that. Just need to hold shift and drag inwards. Yeah, so let's stretch this one like that. Yeah, like that. I wanted this one to be visible. So now if you go to print preview, you'll be able to see, I think it's far much better. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Now the other thing is how do you export it as an image? First of all, you need to click and click export. If you want to save it as an image, and specify, like here there is option for PDF and every format that you might need. In this case you can use portable PNG, portable network graphics. I think this one does not have background. Let me see, export. So So that one is going to save as an image. If you want to send to someone to print, you have to send it as a PDF. So this one you just need to click OK, because I think for the this for the PNG, just to prompt this, and you click OK, then it's going to generate the correct design. That is the sorry, what is happening here? Sorry, I think it is having something. Oh, this one is it's not supposed to be there. So what you just do, and as you can see, this one has got no background. So cancel, and you can have a background first. Background, let's make it white, solid, and you make it white. Okay. So when you export, now you can crop the image. But first of all, if you want to save as PDF, you just publish to PDF, and yeah, like BC. Let me see, BC save. That is saved as a PDF. So if I go to documents, you find that it is BC PDF. If I open like this one, you'll find it will open on the browser, because I'm done about it, and it's going to look like this one. Sorry, it's taking too long. I think my machine is freezing. So let me export also. Let me export as PNG. So to export as PNG, you just also write PNG export. Then yeah, let it go like that. So it's going to save the whole layout wherever there is any stuff. But that is not the case. You just do what we refer to as cropping. You can crop the image, so in case there is any problem with that. But I think the PDF here is as displayed. The problem, I think it's loading. Yes, yeah. So this is our PDF. Now you can send it to the guy, and they will print it for you. Alafu kutumia na G4S, something like that, something like that. So it's a matter of just designing the set and to check everything that's okay. You send it, and they're going to do it better. Let's go back here. Wanted to have this one, okay. And once you have PNG, what you just do, it's this one. I can open it with 3D, this one. Then you can crop the image. So I think most of the tools we have covered now, the most important tools. So you can add text. Text is the most important thing to play with. Rectangle, circle, these polygons, how to advance the shaping part of it, that is the drawing. Like if you want to come with the drawing, that is, you normally use this shaping tool. Then lines, we talked about Bezier tool. There is Bezier tool, there is freehand. These are a lot of stuff that you can use, but I've not covered all of them. So Bezier tool is the one that you can use to draw a line, and you can put text to the path, and it's going to have like if it is curved or rounded text, you can have it on the path. Then the other thing is power clip. Then there is a smart fill tool. Then there is interactive tool here. There is interactive tool, it's this one. Then we talked about blender tool. Blender blend tool, this one, blend tool. I'm calling it blender and so forth. So yeah, table, how to insert a table, and you organize it, and it's going to be a nice thing. So this one you just need to crop. To crop, you put it down there, and this other side you stretch it like that, bring it there, and this one bring it to here and down. once you click down, your image is ready. You can share to whoever you want to share with. So that is how we do it. So now you save, and once you save, you're good to go. So so that is the corel draw. So in case maybe you might be having any problem and about how to remove background of text, something like that, you have to do it with there are those shapes that we normally use to do with it. So in case maybe you can enroll to our courses and you will learn much about it. Let's check the templates here so that you can get to see what this stuff can do. Cancel this one. Templates, I think we have some templates here. Let me check whether there is one which is brochures, advertisements, brochure. There is a brochure here. Business card, there is one here. Catalog, certificate, not found. Envelope, flyers, not found. Letterhead, menus, letters. Okay, let me just go here and say coreldraw. It's coreldraw what? So I normally go and get some templates so that I can contact samples here. Yeah, just check this once and you will see what you can do, what you are capable of doing with coreldraw. So that is one. It's going to display very soon, and you need a very powerful machine with a very good RAM. As you can see, everything here is separate. If I pick this one, you can see the text is separate. If I pick the ladder, it's totally separate. Then there is this one. You see, everything is designed separate, even the holes. So this is it. That was sample 1. Let me show you sample 2. Sample 2, you can see there is a vehicle here, there is a car here. And as you can see, this car, the text is written separate. The bumper, or how do you call it? The tire. If I remove like each and every detail, you can see it's going to be something which is separated. So graphic design is something which is very, very tricky. Just need to be creative, and as you can see, have dismantled the whole car within seconds, something like that. But everything is drawn separately. You can see even like a windscreen, the mirror, and so forth. Yeah, and if I undo, you can see the arrangement coming together. Boom, it's producing a car. There is another thing. I think there's another. You can see this one. Auto mechanical engineering. You can see this one. Just that, very simple stuff. Sample 4. Let's check sample 4. What it's all about. Can class sample 2. Sample 4 is a bird. There is a flower here. You can see the flower, and I can ungroup the flower, and you can see every detail of the flower, what is made up of, each and every leaf, one by one. This is what we call creativity, something like that. If it's this bird, you can right click and group again, and you'll be shocked because you can see here I can remove the legs, like can drag the legs one by one. Even the legs, you'll find that the fingers you can group them one by one, something like that. Yeah, so that was 4, I can say, let's check 5. Yeah, these are just a background image. So right now I think now you can export into PDF, you can export as an image, you can do the shapings and so forth, and you've learned almost like everything that you wanted to know about CorelDRAW. It's just about layers and so forth. You come up with layers, you arrange them, orders and so forth. It's going to be very nice stuff. So in case maybe you might need to cover this course complete, to be able to handle these ones, to get one-on-one assistance from me, you just need to enroll for that course here at CorelDRAW Technologies, or contact me. My contacts are here. This one, use this number on WhatsApp, and or write to me by email, or maybe check on me CorelDRAW Technologies on Facebook, or Eric Banks at Facebook. You can also inbox me there. And now I'm going to give you a very nice price, and normally when you complete your course here, you normally get a certificate. So yeah, that is it. I hope you've learned something new, and now the next thing is make sure you subscribe to this channel and support the channel as much as you can. So thanks guys. I'll be doing another video about QuickBooks, or maybe something to do with how do we call it, AutoCAD. I'm a fan of AutoCAD, and especially things like 3D. I do a lot of stuff. Yeah. These designs are the ones that you normally get from show you one. There is a video
midpoint as the center point, and you can radius it.
So you can design these ones, and I'll take you through so that you can get to know how they normally work, how you normally draw those kind of all those designs in there. I think I have a bunch of, is it here or where? I think it's a document which is not here. Yeah. So that is it.